Restate the question is the R in the race writing strategy acronym. I briefly explained this strategy in this video. Now in today's video, we'll go into more detail about how to effectively restate the question when writing essays. In future videos, we'll also go into more detail about other letters of the acronym. Restating the question means to put the question into the beginning of your answer. A great way to remember this first step is PQA, which means put the question in the answer. When students are asked a question about a story, article, or passage, many of them jump straight into writing the answer. For example, if a question asks, "Why did the boy grab his flashlight?" Some students may simply write, "Because he was scared," or "He couldn't see." But if we read these sentences by themselves, they don't make sense. Out of context, we don't know what the question was or what they were talking about. When we restate the question, we turn the question into part of your answer. Writing your opening statement like this creates a complete sentence that also includes the topic of the question. We can also figure out what the question is even if it's taken out of context. Let's look at another example. Why did the girl climb the tree? A basic or weak answer may look like, to get the kite. To make this stronger and make sense even by itself, we could write it like this. The girl climbed the tree to get her kite. Now we have a clear and complete statement. Restating the question helps students stay on track, and it makes sure they know what the question is asking them. It also gives the reader context and helps the reader understand what is being said. Before you start answering the question, identify question words which are common in these kinds of questions. Look for one of the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why. Also look for words like how and should. Students can underline these question words to help them find out what the question is asking, but also remind students that they don't need to incorporate these question words into their answers. So for example, if the question is, how does Erica get to school? You don't want students to write an answer like, how Erica gets to school is by bus. It would simply be, Erica gets to school by bus. Next, we want to identify keywords and phrases in the question. In this step, we want to look for key nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Once you've identified the keywords, you can number the words in order. Put numbers above the words in the proper order to prepare to answer the question. For example, what are 3 states that start with the letter M? We could simply number the keywords like this. Then our answer would be, 3 states that start with M are Michigan, Minnesota, and Missouri. Also remember that for some questions, you may need to add a word yourself to answer it. To help students ease into this concept, start with easy questions to build their confidence. Questions like, what is your favorite subject in school? My favorite subject in school is... What is your favorite snack? My favorite snack is... What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is... Questions like these are easy to answer and can help them practice restating the question in their answers. Another tip to help with this concept is to answer questions verbally in complete sentences. This helps students answer better with their writing as well. You can ask a question verbally for students to answer and can even pair them with a partner to practice. Now let's look at 6 examples and see if you can restate the question in the answer. Why should we protect endangered animals? How do people stay healthy? When do people usually go on vacation? Should students read every day? Why should people save money? What is one way students can improve their writing? Getting this first step right in the race writing strategy will give you a great foundation for the rest of the letters in the acronym. What is one until next time, improve their writing?